when it comes to malaria prevention, that statistics might not be relevantly very up to date for now. Now you're talking about maybe every 1 minute an African child died. But even if that is the case, we still are far from the target, right? We want to make sure that no child die as a result of malaria because it can be prevented. When it comes to our partners as an organization, we work with the Ministry of Health under the government. We work with MRC, Medical Research Council.
Good.
We also work with other organizations like University of the Gambia Students Union and other student groups at the University of the Gambia. We work with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so your change for a change, it is it is also a youth group. You have youth from different areas of life who come together to form this group, right?
Yes, anybody can be a member of Your Change for a Change. It does not necessarily mean you have to be youth.
Okay.
You can be even an older person. If you think you want to give back to your community, you want to make a change, you can as well come and join and make that change.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, Siaka, what are your aims and objectives as an organization?
Yes, as I said, what we looked at as an organization is making sure that we provide incentives that will prevent or respond or even manage diseases that are preventable. This is what we look at specifically.
Okay. So what are your upcoming activities there? I know you must have a plan for this year. I know you must be having activities that you are already planning. So what are those activities that you guys are already planning?
Yeah, Your Change for a Change, since we launched January 2012, next year, January 2013, will be 1 year in the Gambia.
Okay.
Of course, 2 year globally, because I told you earlier on, it's formed since 2011. And as part of our anniversary this year and our second initiative, we plan to distribute 1,000 bed nets. We distributed initially 500
beds.
Yes,
bed nets.
and we're thinking and dreaming bigger to distribute 1,000 bed nets so that we can cover more families.
That is going to be a positive impact. Imagine with 500 bed nets, after going back to the community, you realize that at least all those people who received the bed nets, where none of them is diagnosed of malaria.
Yeah.
1,000 bed nets can do a lot also.
Yes, so we're distributing the 1,000 bed net, and we just don't go out and distribute to communities. We work with organizations like the MRC and the Gambia government through the Ministry of Health to identify the community that is hardest hit when it comes to malaria. Then we go to that community. Last year it was Marrakech, and we'll also announce later which community will be the next where we'll intervene. But it's going to be a week-long activity. It's not only going to distribute 1,000 bed nets. We're intending to have a press briefing prior to the activity, to the event rather. That's going to be on the 29th of December. And by 5th of January 2013, we'll be having a walkathon. It's like walking marathon from Brikama Castor Refilling Station to the University of the Gambia, where we'll have a host of speakers and presenters who will be talking about malaria and other interventions, and as well what strategies we can come up to better address it, and other issues. Then from the walkathon, we'll also be doing a community outreach and cleansing exercise. You cannot only give bed net to people and think that will end malaria, right? We want to go back to those communities and talk to them about malaria, how they can prevent it, not only using bed nets, but cleaning their environments and all that. And we also want to show example, because if you want to see change, you must be the change yourself, right? So as a result of that, we want to make sure we go clean their communities. We talk to them about how they can contract malaria and what mechanisms they need to adopt to be able to prevent themselves. That will be on the 6th of January, and then the 12th we'll have a family meeting. That will be like an evaluation after 1 year in the Gambia. How far have we gone? What strategies do we need to change that are not working? And what new interventions do we need to come up with to be able to address and achieve our set objectives?
Okay. I think the cleaning part is very important for like some areas, the gutters and the mosquitoes. I think that is very important for you guys to do. That will take me to my second question. Since you guys started in last year, 2011, what have been your achievements as an organization and having 1 year in the country now?
Our achievement might be very little, but impactful. We are
impact based, huh?
yes.
Okay.
We're people who believe that we don't need to have 110 intervention areas, but we can have a specific focus and make achievement. You know, we make an impact. The impact, as I said, is we distributed 500 bed nets, and we are happy to say after our monitoring,
monitoring, yeah? Okay.
we've noticed that most of our beneficiaries today are not diagnosed with malaria.
Okay.
So that's an impact. That's a success story.
That is in fact a major impact, a major improvement for you guys. Okay, I guess on your this year's among your activities, you mentioned something like is it a walkathon?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess you guys must have a team for this year. What is your team for this year?
The theme for this year's anniversary is Every Step Counts, Making Preventable Diseases History.
Every step counts, making preventable diseases history.
Yes.
Oh, okay. And have you guys selected a date or a venue for this place? Let's talk about the anniversary a little bit.
Yes. The walkathon, as I said, is going to be on the 5th of January. And this event will start at Brikama Castle Refilling Station, where people will do a walking marathon. You know, it's not like the normal march pass. This is going to be a kind of caravan, but then the people, whilst they walk, they'll be doing a bit of marathon. And from the castle, we'll come down to the Gambia University at the Brikama campus or Gambia College, where we'll have presenters to talk about malaria and other preventable diseases. And we'll also talk to people about what we have been doing. We don't only distribute bed nets, just to remind you. We also commemorated or celebrated African Malaria Day in partnership with University of the Gambia, SOSA, their Student Social Sciences Students Association. We partnered with them, and we commemorated World African Malaria Day. And we're also working with a malaria griot.
A malaria griot?
Yes.
Okay.
And you know, I'm sure you guys will be interested to know this artist and what he is doing to also contribute in ending malaria in this country.
Okay, so he's an artist.
Yes.
Yeah, who is also into the fight against malaria.
Yes.
Yeah, then you are really in for a change.
Yes.
Yeah, because you know, you don't need to stop at the advocacy part of it, the distributing bed net. I think music goes a long way to help people. If I understand the artist you're talking about, he's a musician, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Is he going to be in the on the 5th?
Yes, of course. This guy have been with us.
I know everyone is curious to know who's that person should be.
You know, he have been with us all along since start. And he's ST, the Gambian Dream.
Okay.
You know,
a youngster for that matter.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
okay, good.
we're going to Brikama, and Brikama is his hometown.
So
you know what that means. We hope he will come and listen to his malaria song. ST have had a training, an online training on malaria. Being a malaria griot, how do you go about sending a message using art, you know, singing, so that people can get a pleasant, you know, message. And then he have recorded a song on malaria, and you know, he's been playing that song. And I'm sure come the 5th, when we'll be doing the anniversary and the distribution of the bed nets, he'll be singing that song and other songs that
okay.
Made, yeah.
Okay, since your inception, have you ever embarked on a community sensitization or a school outreach program or anything?
No, we have not for now. What we did is, when we distributed the bed nets, we went around to monitor, and during the monitoring we talked to people about malaria. But it's in our plans, of course, to go to schools, to go to communities and talk to people about malaria, because yes, bed nets could be given, but then behavioral change is what is key. And people need to get the message, and they need to change their behaviors and start using bed nets.
Yeah, but you know, usually you hear there's people saying this. I don't feel comfortable. Do I feel comfortable?
Exactly,
And you know, what do you guys have to say about that?
I only hope
the
Zahara is not one of those who don't feel comfortable.
Wow. No, I don't use it.
She doesn't use the bed net.
I don't use bed nets.
Yeah, I think it's about our perception. You know, it's about giving it a trial, and if you do that, you should be able to use it. Why not? Bed nets are very, very fashionable, and you know, they're cool. They're okay to sleep under. Yeah, I mean, back in the days we used to have the 4 corner that you have to fix it from one corner to the other corner. But now we have the conical shape where you just need to hook it up, and then when it's morning time, you remove it and pack it. If you don't want your friends to know you're sleeping